Hi everyone, this tree is a Satsuki Azalea, which is a native species of Japanese azaleas. And this tree has really big and colorful flowers that last for only 1 month in May or in June. It is called after that name, the fifth month in Japanese. The Satsuki means the fifth month because these trees bloom the flowers in the fifth month, which is May. And the Satsuki azaleas are blooming these kind of very big and beautiful flowers in this month. And after the flowers starting to fading away, we have to remove all of the flowers from the leaves. We repotted this tree this year, and I recorded that video in Turkish language, and you can find that video in my channel, and you can also translate the auto-translate subtitles to English if you would like to look at that video. And also I explained the Satsuki Azalea bonsai care, the basic care of the Satsuki azaleas as bonsais. Right now I am going to remove all of these fading flowers from this tree because the fading flowers are blocking the sunlight reaching the foliage. Sunlight is essential for our trees because our trees must photosynthesize in order to survive, in order to live. Also, they have to photosynthesize to produce sugar, to produce starch. And with that sugar, they are going to live because the sugar is the energy source for the trees. If anything covers the foliage of any tree, that part of the foliage is going to die because the leaves are trying to photosynthesize with the sunlight and with the carbon dioxide, and that they are getting the water from the roots, and they are making this perfect combination of these three elements, and they are turning it into the oxygen and the sugar, and they are using the sugar for energy source for everything, to repairing the living tissue, to bloom in these kind of flowers, to grow these beautiful leaves and the shoots. Also they are growing in these pots with beautiful fine roots, and all of the source of this energy are the sugar and the leaves. So we have to remove the dying flowers of these trees without causing these dying flowers to block the sunlight reaching the foliage. And right now I am seeing that all of these beautiful flowers are started to fade away because they are turning brown and yellow on the foliage. And today I am going to remove all of these dying flowers with my Satsuki shears. I am going to sterilize these shears with alcohol in order to block the cross-contamination between the other trees. If some other trees have some fungal issues, I never want to cause any fungal disease reach to this beautiful Satsuki Azalea. There is another reason for removing these Satsuki Azalea flowers. After flowers dying, the trees are generally trying to produce new seeds from these flower buds, and this is another energy consumption operation for the trees, and we don't want this tree to lose energy for nothing because we don't need the seeds of this tree. For that reason, we also want to remove all of these flowers because we don't want to cause any more energy consumption on this tree. Okay, right now I am going to sterilize these shears with alcohol, and I am going to spray alcohol to the cutting sides of the shears, and I'm going to rub it, clean it with the clean paper towel. And with this operation, I'm taking caution for avoiding the cross-contamination between trees. After seeing the flowers starting to fade it out as turning the yellow and the brownish color, I am beginning to remove all of these flowers from this base, and I'm leaving only a small stub at this portion of the flower, and I'm using a very sharp scissors to prune these flowers. If a flower lost all of its petals like this and only this part of the flower has remained, we are also going to remove this part of the flower because this part is also going to start to produce the new seeds for this Satsuki Azalea. And also we are removing any sepals of the flowers. They are still on the flower part or on the flower bud of this tree. Okay, right now I am going to start to remove all of these flowers, but before that I am going to cover this soil surface with this bonsai pot cover. And with this I am going to protect my soil surface from any remnants of flowers, and later I'm not going to have to clean the soil surface. And right now I am ready to start removing all of these flowers from their bases. Okay, right now I cleaned all of the flowers, flower buds and the flower remnants from this tree, and it is clean of flowers right now. And I'm going to clean all of the dead parts of this tree, and after removing all of the dead woods, all of the dead branches from this tree, I'm going to prune this tree as a bonsai, reducing all of the branches to 2 branches. Okay, as I shown earlier, I'm going to remove all of the dead branches from this tree, and after that I'm going to reduce all of these branches to 2 branches at one junction. I am going to prune bravely from these under branches because I know that the azaleas are basal dominant trees. It means that these trees are strong at these parts as lower parts of itself, and it is becoming weaker when you go to top of this tree. And I know that the top is weaker than the lower part of this tree, and I'm going to prune this lower part of this tree more bravely because I can remove more foliage from these lower parts, and it means that the upper portion of this tree is going to remain having more foliage than the lower parts, and it is going to balance the energy flow in this tree, and they are going to suck more water, more hormones from the tree with this dense foliage, and they are going to grow as equal as the lower parts of this tree. And by pruning the lower parts more, I am balancing the energy on this azalea. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I explained the Satsuki Azalea care in a general perspective. And as a beginner, you can take a look at that video, which I am adding as a card to here. You can watch this video as a guideline to your Satsuki Azalea care in your garden. These are very basic explanation of where should you locate your azalea tree, or how should you water your tree, how should you fertilize your tree. And it is in Turkish language, but you can translate the language into your own language with the subtitles. And I always say that everybody has a Satsuki Azalea in their garden if the climate is okay for you, because these are very beautiful trees with the very dense flowering as you saw in this video. And the people who doesn't know about bonsai, when they see first time these beautiful azaleas with the very big and colorful flowers, that they are shocked with bonsai because they don't know if bonsai is something like this. And when you see a tree with these kind of flowers, they are attracting into the bonsai, and it is good because everybody should see what we see, everybody should know what we know about bonsai. This is perfect, and I think bonsai is one of the most beautiful things in the world.